We're back.
How long has it been? Like few weeks, isn't it? Few months?
I want to say it's been like 6 weeks.
Yeah. I think 6 weeks about right.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. We're getting a bit lazy with this, aren't we?
Well, to be fair, 4 of those 6 weeks were lockdown.
That's true.
Last week we did attempt to do. Oh, well, we didn't attempt. We thought we had the intention to do it.
Yeah, we were going to do one, then we didn't.
Didn't.
Became lazy. To be fair, even during lockdown, we could have done one over Zoom, but we didn't do it, do we?
Yeah. Something about the Zoom one where it's like, it is good and stuff, but when it's just me and you, especially, I prefer doing it.
It's not the same. Like the vibe's not the same, and yeah.
What episode is this?
9.
I'm just actually having a look, to be honest.
I think it's 9. I want to say 9. That's how bad it is. We just lost track.
Oh, it's number 10.
Is it number 10?
First double digits.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad.
Pretty
And
good.
the last one we put out was on 1st of November.
And now it's December 17th.
19th.
So it's been
Yeah.
like 6-7 weeks.
So, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 weeks, yeah. Yeah.
You're spot on, my friend.
Yeah. I
How
know.
you doing, bro? You all good?
I'm good, man. Is that my one?
Yeah, it was my one. I put it up.
Yeah, you want to turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Done it.
Look at the spikes. Look at the difference.
You speak really loud though, don't you? Compared to me.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do speak loudly.
You love to shout, don't you, Saf?
Yeah.
Like to get that attention.
Everyone says that, actually. I talk really loud. I think I get it from my dad.
That's a good thing though.
I don't know.
No, I'd say speaking loudly is better than speaking quietly because obviously it's clearer, it's easier to understand. Whereas people when they speak quietly, like need to put up their voice, and it's more straining on like your neck and like stuff like that.
The feedback I get though is when I talk with a raised voice, because my voice is already loud, everyone thinks I'm shouting. I'm not.
That's true. I think it depends on the context. Like, it depends where you are.
I get accused of shouting all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never said you shout.
No, that's because you're my guy, man. Come on.
I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, Buzzy.
Yeah, Buzzy, exactly, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, trust me, man.
Yeah.
You would never accuse me of shouting. I would never shout at you.
I'm used to it, to be fair. That for me, that's just your normal speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you saying, bro? Anyway, what you been doing?
Nothing, man. Like you said, we were
Hi, everyone.
Oh yeah, we were literally just
So
like
rude.
chatting.
So rude.
Yeah. We did
Welcome
some-
back to another episode. I don't suppose... It's a weird one because we went quiet because of lockdown and stuff like that. So the people who do regularly listen to this might be going, like, they probably knocked it on the head and called it a day and just not doing it.
Like
We need to... Yeah.
It's our fault. Like
It is our fault, massively.
We need to like build up traction. I think we need to put more effort into this. I feel like, and we haven't. So it's partly our fault. But
It's definitely our fault.
We
yeah.
were doing quite
100%.
well. Like, we saw the number of listens that we had. We had quite a few listeners from, like, believe it or not, all over the world. Like,
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, like we've had listeners from America, from like Singapore,
So I think it's America, Singapore, obviously UK, Germany,
Belgium,
Belgium,
UAE.
UAE, and there was one more as well. There was 7. There was one more. Oh man,
Like Hong Kong or something like that.
something like that, man. I can't even remember.
So we've had quite a few listens, and it's quite regularly as well across the different episodes.
Yeah. So thank you again, everyone who's listening.
Alhamdulillah.
This one will probably be our least listened to episode because everyone probably thinks we've stopped doing it or whatever.
And we haven't
cool.
really we haven't got like a main topic that we want to talk about. We kind of do, but it's more like
This one's like a
touch base.
We're back, lockdown, catch up,
Yeah,
I suppose, isn't it?
yeah.
So what you been doing? What's
Nothing. Just like during lockdown. Obviously, we came out of lockdown. It's been a couple of weeks now, hasn't it?
yeah.
So it's been a couple of weeks. So during lockdown,
Well, we're recording it at a time where we've come out of lockdown and now tier 4 today has been introduced.
Yeah. So tier 4 was announced literally today, and everyone's kicking off.
So this is how the timeline went. First lockdown lasted for however many months until June, I think.
Yeah. So the first lockdown started around March
to June.
To June.
Then it went to the tiered system.
Yes.
Then it went to lockdown number 2.
Yeah, so national lockdown number 2, and that was for a month, wasn't it?
Yeah. Then it went back to the tiered system again.
Mm.
Then they done the review, and the tiered system is still in place, but it's changed. Like in terms of tier 4's been introduced.
Yeah. So tier 4 is like pure lockdown.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, yeah. Then tier 3 is similar. Like you can still go to the gym, you can still meet in restaurants and stuff, but you're limited to the amount of people you could.
No, tier 3 restaurants aren't open.
Aren't open. Okay. So
No,
it's only
no.
tier 2.
Yeah, only tier
2 and 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
restaurants are open. Tier 3 deliveries and takeaways, I think, are okay. Tier 4, like
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's like It's like national lockdown.
Just
you can't even
supermarkets.
leave that area.
yeah, that's.
So like, London.
I don't know how they'll police that though. Like, come on, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Like,
yeah, I don't know how they're gonna.
do you know what I find mad? Like, you can leave the area to go to work, you can leave the area to send your children to school, but when it comes to leaving the area just because you want to,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden it's not allowed.
But
Like,
how are
it's-
they gonna know? Like, how are they gonna know you're leaving?
It's messed
for
up.
work?
Do you know what I saw on Twitter at the start of? Was it at the start of the second lockdown or the start of the tiered system? It's changed so many times I can't even remember.
Yeah.
And basically, the guy was saying he was in tier 3 where he lived, which meant that he wasn't allowed to leave that area.
Mm.
Okay, now, but he's saying the place where his kid goes to school is in tier 2. So he's saying, okay, I've got one side of the law telling me I'm not allowed to leave this area because we're in tier 3,
Yeah.
but I've got the school telling me that if I don't send my kid to school, I get fined. So what exactly
Yeah,
do you
what
want me to do?
What do you do in that situation? Do you know what I
I
mean?
felt, I wonder what that guy did.
I'll just send my kids to school.
It's
Probably.
it's messed up,
Yeah,
man. It's just
this is
like,
another thing. Like they're confusing the people, the government. Like
Yeah.
they're confusing the people. You start to understand and memorize specific set of rules,
yeah,
and then
it changes
yeah,
as
it
soon
changes
as
again,
yeah.
and then you have to memorize another set of rules. And it's
It's
like
just- it's just right. I've got 2 conspiracy theories. Do you want to hear them? I've told you one of them already. So, but I'm gonna
remind
say
me.
it again.
Right, say
okay.
it again. Yeah, say it again.
So my first one is I feel like they're doing it on purpose because you countries like Dubai, Australia, New Zealand, Taiwan, all these places which, comparing them to England, they don't have top scientists. I'm sure they have, their scientists are great, but it's probably not compared to the accessibility that UK have to science and stuff like that,
if
right?
you're speaking like economically, like
Yeah.
we've got more money.
And
Obviously,
exactly right. So they got better scientists, their technology and stuff is better, everything is better, right? But these countries, the ones that I just named, have managed to eradicate coronavirus. Taiwan got rid of it in like a month or something
New
stupid,
Zealand
right?
got rid of it.
Twice.
Yeah,
They got rid of it completely. Then I think they had, it was either like 3 cases
Small
or 6
outbreak,
cases.
yeah.
And as soon as it happened, she's a G. She just went, yeah, lockdown again. Got rid of it
and
again.
that was only like 6 cases.
China, Wuhan, where it first started, life is normal. People are going clubbing
I think
and stuff.
China's like, we all know China's a bit like dodgy. as
So
well.
listen to my theory, yeah?
Go on.
So my theory is, right at the start of this whole coronavirus stuff, Boris Johnson was talking about herd immunity. So I think, so if he had said to the public, oh, let's do herd immunity, everyone would have gone, hell no. No one would have accepted it, yeah? So I think he's gone, oh, okay, yeah, let's not do herd immunity then. Let's do this, lockdown, this, that and the other. But in his mind, he's always wanted herd immunity.
Yeah.
So he's done this whole lockdown thing to make it look like they're trying, but I think they have purposefully done it bad in the hope that everyone still gets it anyway.
Yeah.
Because that was the initial plan of herd immunity. And I think America is the same as well. So he basically, what I'm saying is, he's trying to make it look like they're doing what the public want them to do, like lockdowns and tiers and this, that and the other. Yeah, we're protecting you, don't
Yeah.
worry. But in reality, I think it's that he wants the herd immunity, but if he comes out and says it like that,
People
no one will
rebel.
accept.
Yeah,
People will
just go
rebel.
crazy, aren't they?
So he has to find that try and make it look like he's doing us or
A favour,
trying to
yeah.
do us,
Yeah,
thing, but it's not working. So that's my first one, and my second one I've completely forgotten. I spoke about the first one so much.
so much that you
Second
believe in
one's
it.
gone,
Yeah, you
yeah.
believe in the first conspiracy.
It was based off of something you said actually.
China.
Nah, it was before that. You said it mentioned something before that. I don't even remember
economy.
what it was.
It
Yeah,
probably come
like-
back to you after.
Oh yeah. So it was that. So how come like these countries like this, the other guys, have got rid of it relatively easily, and you're big UK, still struggling.
Yeah,
It
like,
doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't, like,
And the other thing, yeah, is the vaccine thing, yeah, is you found a vaccine for something that has existed for 9 months, and you found a vaccine that works 95% with 95% accuracy, but for something like cancer that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years,
they haven't found something.
like,
And
you're telling me you don't have
they
a...
spent millions and billions on research
Yeah,
for cancer.
and you're telling me you don't...
Yeah,
Get out, man.
you know what it is? It's to do with like, pharmaceutical companies make a lot of money as well from the sick. America's whole healthcare system is built on like private healthcare. People are paying for it, and if people aren't sick, they're not going to make their money. So I was speaking to one of my friends about this actually, and he's really switched on with all of this sort of stuff. And like I was talking to him about him, and he was basically saying like, yeah, like they can't cure cancer, because if they cure cancer, like how are they going to make their money?
Yeah, it's true, man.
People aren't going to spend money to go into chemotherapy for
And-
their treatments, etc. They're just
true.
They're going to have no avenue to.
And as well,
get
the
money.
other thing is, I'm not saying coronavirus is not dangerous, but what I'm saying is, I read somewhere that coronavirus, again, I don't know the accuracy of these reports and stuff. This is just what comes up on Google when I search it, yeah. I read that coronavirus has a mortality rate of between 0.5% and 1%. So 1% is the highest mortality rate. Then you got something like cancer, which I've read two different things. I've read one report that says it's got a mortality rate of 25%, 1 in 4, and another one that's got a mortality rate, or another report that said it's got mortality rate of 33%, so 1 in 3. So it's something that's got either, let's even take the lower one, 25% mortality rate compared to, do you know what it was? Got it wrong. It was 1 in 4 people get cancer,
Right.
and out of all those people that get cancer, 33% of them will die. That's what it was. So bearing in mind, 1 in 4 people get cancer, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. That's a quarter of the population.
And then a third of those people die. But then you've got coronavirus, where 1%, there's a 1% global mortality rate. So this is not just in England, this is all everywhere.
Globally, yeah.
Compared to like 33% of people who get it, it just doesn't
It doesn't add up.
like,
Yeah, like
and within 9 months you've come up for the vaccine for something that's got a 1% mortality rate, but for the one that's got 33%
and
mortality rate,
you've been spending years and years of
Yeah.
research. You've been spending billions
Billions.
of money on it as well. It's hard
Supposedly.
to believe. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Like, and coronavirus is quite complex as well from what they've said. So if they could do that, why can't they find a cure for cancer?
you can send people to the flipping moon, but you can't find a cure for cancer. Mad.
Yes.
Mad.
The world is...
Let's not talk about it too much, because otherwise I'll split like MI5 or something.
You sound crazy as well. Like, there's...
Conspiracy. Oh, do you want to hear my flat Earth theory?
Did he tell me it before?
No, I spoke to it with Mark. I've spoken to it with.
You don't believe in it, though, do you?
I don't.
No,
I don't believe in it.
Yeah, okay.
It might be. To be honest, I don't believe in it, but I don't not believe in it. I don't really care, to be honest, whether it's flat
to
or
be
round.
fair, at the
I
end of
don't
the
give a
day, we're going to die. Do you know what I mean? So,
But my theory is, right, that... Okay, so you take, like, the eastern part of the world, China, Russia, Southeast Asia,
yeah.
all of these places, yeah? The majority of the Earth's population is on that side of the world, right?
That's true. You got China there.
The
You got
majority.
Russia, yeah.
I think, like, China's got, like, was it 1 billion or 2 billion people? India's, that region of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh,
India's got massive population.
got like 1.5 billion people. The majority of the world's population is literally on one side.
How much
If
of the population would you say is like of the population? Maybe
I
like
would-
65-70%.
Nah, I would say like probably like 40%. I would say of the world's total population is in that area.
Okay.
I would say,
Yeah.
because there's
Europe as
what
well.
7 billion people on planet Earth,
Yeah.
and probably 3 billion people are just in
On
those
that
countries.
side, yeah.
And everywhere else is the rest of the population is spread out everywhere. You got like Africa, South America,
Oh yeah, true. What am I
Europe,
forgetting? Yeah.
all of these places,
South America,
right?
North America. Yeah, that's true.
So a whole chunk of the population is on one side of the planet. If the Earth was flat, and if one side is very heavy, would it not just tilt over?
But then you got gravity as well to think about.
You do, but gravity, does it not mean it just floats?
No, it keeps us down
Down where?
on the Earth.
No, I'm saying, yeah, people, okay,
Yeah.
but what about the Earth itself? What about the planet itself?
Yeah, so I've not really looked into the flat Earth theory, but I don't really like. I've seen a few things here and there.
Surely it would just like
Yeah,
be
I
lopsided.
don't know how people believe in the flat Earth theory. I mean, some people like have like legit reasons. If you research it properly, I think there's actual reasons to basically say that Earth is flat. I haven't read them, so I can't really speak for it. But like, it just doesn't make sense to me, man. I just don't think it can.
Do you care?
I don't really care. No. Because at the end of the day, like we're living, right? How is knowing that Earth is flat or round affecting how we live? We're just carry on living our lives as normal.
It's not, but it's pretty amazing, like, discovery.
It is, yeah. Like, isn't it mad? Like, if you think about before they discovered all these things like space, gravity, and stuff, people just living.
They used to believe, obviously, in, like, messed up stuff, though, innit?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Pagans
it's debunked a lot of things, but like
Pagans and that.
yeah. But how mad is it if you didn't know? You just carry on living, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Think about, like, humanity has gone from making fire by, like, rubbing two rocks together to, like, actually sending people to the moon.
Yeah, man. Discovering other galaxies and
It's mental.
stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
Come a long way, man.
Yeah.
I love how this like conversation has got into like conspiracy theories and like discoveries.
We should do one about conspiracies, actually.
Yeah.
A whole one
I feel
based
like
on
we need
conspiracy.
to, like, look up different conspiracies.
I know bear.
I know a
loads.
few, but like to actually talk about it, I feel like I need to do a bit of research.
Mate,
prep.
I know loads. I could tell you loads.
I remember when I was young, when I was maybe like 9-10 years old. So my uncle's only like 6 years older than me, isn't he? So my uncle's a bit older than us, and he used to get like me and all my cousins together, and he's just put on like YouTube videos, and we used to just watch it with him, all these different conspiracy theories. And at that time, I was like 10, 11 years old, so all of this sort of stuff was new to me. And I remember he showed me one about like MK Ultra. Do you know about that one?
No.
Do you know about MK Ultra? I thought you knew about conspiracy theories.
I said I knew loads. I didn't say I know all of them.
Like MK Ultra, it's about like mind control and stuff. It's kind of to do with like Illuminati and stuff. I think it's like
Right, Illuminati is the one I could tell you loads about.
Yeah.
But I never heard of MK Ultra.
MK Ultra is like a method. Like they used to like try to brainwash kids and do like tests on them and stuff like that. But I remember we watched a documentary about it, and I used to be scared, man.
I wouldn't be so surprised because in World War II, there was a Nazi German doctor who thought there was telepathic ability between twins. So he used to conduct like operations and stuff on them, like doing crazy things to them while they're still alive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
trying
think
to find
MK
out.
Ultra
Like,
it's to do with that. Like,
oh, right, okay.
you know, in Stranger Things,
Yeah.
like 11,
Yeah.
like that's like basically what MK Ultra is.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
that
okay,
sort of
okay.
thing, like psychic abilities and tests on kids and stuff like that.
Oh, mad.
But it's creepy, man. And then obviously we know about the Illuminati one. We know about the
There's
New World
loads,
Order.
man. Yeah.
There's loads.
There's loads, man. Loads of ones. But yeah, anyway, back to topic. What have you been up to during this lockdown? What have you been doing?
Oh yeah, like we were about to say, innit? Then we just forgot we went. Yeah, we went way off topic, didn't we?
Yeah, severely.
Yeah, like anyway, to get back on topic, so during lockdown 2, lockdown 2 wasn't too bad. It didn't feel like lockdown 1.
No, no
Like
one.
people were out and about still a little bit. Like I know that you're not really supposed to, but yeah, I mean, you could go to shops. Gyms were obviously closed. That was the biggest thing for me. The gyms being closed because I got back into it, and then it closed again. I was really disappointed. So then I was doing home workouts. So me and my brother were doing home workouts. That was going all right. I was obviously like praying a lot more, like reading Quran. Just I was reading a little bit more actually as well. I bought this book actually just before lockdown, because you know, like during lockdown, your mental health could like take a hit because you're stuck and just, you feel like nothing's moving. So I bought this book called Don't Be Sad. I forgot who the author was. It's like an Islamic perspective on like basically mental health and being happy and stuff. And it's a really, really good book actually, because the way it's written, it's got verses of the Quran, and it's got like hadith, but it applies it to like real life situations. So like it's addictive, man. You just read it and it will tell you like different things, like you know, how to act when there's a calamity, or like how to be patient in certain situations. Like it's a good book, man. I highly rate it. Yeah,
I've got a book. It's a good thing I have a book to give you.
dude.
Yeah. I just realised earlier today while I was cleaning that I have 2 copies of this book.
Right.
So I kept one aside to give
nice.
you.
Yeah.
I was conscious though, because you got to read it though. It's quite long.
Is it?
It's so interesting.
I do need to
it's
finish.
about like I wouldn't say what it is, but it's psychological. Yeah. I've started. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a psychological.
I do need to read more, man. Yeah.
You got to read it, Rob.
Yeah,
You
I'll
got to
read
read
it.
it.
I'll read it, inshallah, man.
It's hard to make time for reading in this day and age, because there's so much going on. There's so much to do. Phones distract us, TVs and
I think
PlayStations.
especially it's like certain people are built for reading. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one of those people. Like I'm not one of those people that can pick up a book and sit down for like hours and read it.
Oh, mad! Really?
You are,
Bruv.
yeah.
So Arsene Wenger's biography, I smashed that in 2 days.
Yeah, and that's a big book.
I love it, man.
Big book.
I love
like
reading.
this thick. Like it's a really big book. But with me,
I love it,
like,
bro.
with me, like,
I read bare, man. I've tried to.
When I read at home, I read like little bits throughout the day, because I can't sit down for like an hour and read.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I just can't. Like when so I
You
used
have to really like focus into it.
Yeah.
Like if you're constantly, what I find helps here is, because there are so many distractions. What I find helps is, if you're only half-arsing it, yeah, your eyes are following the page, but your mind is thinking of something else.
Yeah.
You have to be like, you know, when we stand to pray, you have to be fully engaged in what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's similar with reading. You've got to really just zone in.
go into it.
And then if you do that, I'm sure it's not the same for everyone, but for me, once I do that, like 3 hours is gone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Mad. Maybe
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should do that. I think with me, I stop reading just before I get to that point. I think because I read in short bursts, but I think
It works
before,
different for everyone,
but
innit?
I think before I could get into that mode of pure focus, I probably stop reading. So maybe I should try that and see how I go, because
There you go, man.
I remember when I used to work in London, I lived in London briefly, obviously you know, and I used to get the tube to the office where I used to work, and the journey used to be like anywhere between half an hour, 40 minutes. It wasn't like mad long, but it was like a decent commute. And I used to read during the tube, and I only worked and lived in London for 3 months, 3 or 4 months. During that time, I smashed out like 4 or 5 books. Because all I used to do is read in the tube, and sometimes because I used to read in the tube, I used to get proper into it. I used to read like after work as well sometimes.
Yeah.
And I used to sit there in the quiet, like obviously you got the hustle and bustle of the people, you got the sound of the tubes and stuff. Sometimes I used to even have like a playlist on my Spotify, like it used to be like just music, like classical music and stuff, and it helped me like focus a little bit to cut out the noise. So sometimes I used to do that as well. But
mad.
I smashed out a good few books.
Yeah?
Yeah, during that time. So I know I can sit down and read.
Yeah.
I just, because you were almost forced to do it when you're on the train, because you can't do anything else.
Yeah, there's nothing else,
Like,
yeah.
your phone got no signal on the underground, so you can't even go on your phone. You can listen to music, but it's a bit boring if you keep doing it, and it's not really productive to listen to music.
Yeah.
So like reading is it's a good way. So I know I could do it, so I just need to do it again.
It's like, it's a way of escaping, reality, almost,
Yeah,
in a
I
weird
think
way.
That's what people say.
It truly is. If you concentrate on it, like with all of your concentration, like a sense of time, responsibility, all of those things just cease to exist,
Get
and you're
away
like,
from your mind.
yeah.
That's true.
So all of those things you forget because you're so like focused on reading this
true.
book. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
So yeah, man, just been reading a little bit during lockdown, like praying, working out at home.
That's good, man.
watching Netflix, just the standard, the usual stuff, man. How about
Do you know what's crazy? Is I'm looking at your arms and stuff now, and I'm like,
Bro, on my stomach at the moment.
mate, forget the stomach, yeah. There's nothing even there
Bro,
anyway. There's literally nothing there.
Because we literally ate like maybe an hour ago.
Yeah.
But we smashed out like a fat
God.
burger and like wings and.
It's actually a little bit embarrassing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like
How much, like, it's a bit disgusting how much food we can consume. But what I'm saying though is, alhamdulillah, throughout the lockdown and stuff, bro, like, you haven't lost size.
No, you know
it's
what?
good.
During the second lockdown, so one thing about me, like, obviously, you know, I'm into like gym and fitness and stuff. During the second lockdown, I've been doing workouts that I haven't usually been doing at home.
Oh, okay.
And I felt that's worked. So we were off, the gyms were closed for a month during the second lockdown. And I was doing home workouts that I wasn't usually doing, like different exercises that I wouldn't usually do. So then when I went back to the gym, like, my strength didn't really go down too much. So then I was able to basically pick off where I left off. So I've been making some progress again. So if the gyms close again, if like where we live goes into tier 4, because we're in tier 3, we're good for now. I'm not. What do you mean?
I'm in tier 2.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is where I am tier 2 at all or not?
I think so, yeah.
No, but it's anywhere that's tier 2 is going into tier 3.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No. Anywhere in the southeast that was in tier 3 is going into tier 4.
Oh, anything that was tier 2 is staying tier 2.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. If that is the case, then that's good because if the gyms close again, I will actually like cry. I would get really depressed, I think, because I got like.
Oh, you still had it, mate.
Oh yeah, we got the.
Bro, I really struggled to pick this up.
I was gonna say, you look like you're gonna like snap your arm or something.
Bruv, I was shoulder pressing these, and now I'm like,
You've been slacking, so like for anyone listening, Saf bought loads of weights at the beginning of the first lockdown. Didn't you? Was it first lockdown?
no.
Or during this first lockdown?
It was sometime during, or maybe even after. I can't really even
So
remember.
you got these weights a few months ago, and you were when you started you were doing quite well, but now you got really lazy. You've not even done it.
I just can't be bothered, man. I need to. It's not. I'm laughing about it, but health is not a joke.
It's not a
I
joke.
need to. The way I consume food, it's like I'm exercising like 4 hours a day. I'm not exercising
You've got
4
a
hours.
lot of decent places, like takeaway places where you live to eat. So it's tempting to always.
So tempting, and because I can't cook either, I can cook like really basic things, and then it's like,
why don't you use? If you do go into lockdown, inshallah we don't use that time to try and learn to cook.
I should do really. That would be the productive thing to do, but then I'm just like, the laziness in me is like, nah.
Yeah. What have you been doing during lockdown?
I was doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Say a lot, like a decent amount. I was making some good progress.
Yeah, you're making some good progress, man.
Then I stopped. I've been doing some. Do you know why I stopped? I'll be honest, actually. It's when things went easier. When things eased off and there were more things that I could be doing.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I was doing that. So I did that. I've been reading a couple of books here and there.
We were working from home as well, we were.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, so obviously that was what we were doing during the day. Alhamdulillah, we had our jobs weren't affected.
What else have I been doing? I've been... do you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I've been sad recently. Because, bro, you know I love football, innit? Arsenal were just depressing. Just depressed.
Yeah,
me and one of my good friends, from like one of my childhood friends. I've known him from since we were like probably I think like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So many years. And like he's also like massive Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And we text each other like all the time saying things like, I just don't know what to do anymore. Like I'm at a loss for what to do. Like it has a really big effect on our
I'm also
life.
an Arsenal fan, but I'm not as big as an Arsenal fan as you.
Oh mate, it's just
Like for me, like I used to follow football quite closely before. Like I like football and I watch it every now and again, but I don't really follow it too much now. If that makes sense. Like I still obviously I like football.
I know that come every Saturday like evening time,
Yeah.
I'm going to be upset, and it's not for anything other than these
Arsenal,
clowns.
Yeah, they've been doing really bad recently.
I saw a tweet someone put going, when I die, I want to be buried in my Arsenal shirt so that God knows I've already been to hell.
That's kind of fun. I saw another one. It's like, if anyone supports Arsenal, you know that they're loyal. Like, because they've been through all that pain, they still support Arsenal.
We're 15th.
It's mad, isn't it? Like, imagine during your lifetime, during our lifetime, have they ever been 15th?
No.
Nah, they've always been like top 4.
Top 4, recently like top 6. Last year, I think we finished 8th. Like, we've always been,
But the last
at
few
worst, we've been average. At worst.
Yeah.
But then, like, this year, like, man,
It's bad, isn't it?
I feel terrible.
For a top team, yeah.
Actually-
I can't say I feel the same way as you, but it sounds like I'm not a massive fan. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan. I still support Arsenal, but yeah, I kind of do feel your pain, but I feel like, yeah, you just feel it different.
Man, it just upsets me.
I just learned to like block it out. I'm just like, yeah, it's what it is.
Like, for a lot of people listening to this will be like, stop being so pathetic, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
But for me, it is. Like, it's that deep.
I feel like a lot of people feel the same as me. I see loads of people
I hate it
tweeting about
so
it.
much, man. It's just... So, yeah, that's been my, like, biggest cause for concern. So,
Not
like,
even because we're in lockdown, it's because of Arsenal.
Yeah, man. If Arsenal win, more time, I'm cool, everything's fine, everything's, like, happy,
Mood's
whatever.
lifted.
Yeah. But, like, lockdown as it is, and not only that, like, one of my, like, main passions,
Yeah.
the things that I like doing, watching, playing, supporting, is just, like, so,
Yeah, it's sad, man.
so bad. So, yeah, I've gone through that extreme pain of watching my... Do you know what it is with a football club, yeah? It's like you're... It's going to sound really mad, yeah? Right? You have parents, you love your parents, but one day your parents will die. You have wives and friends and things like this, yeah? Or husbands and whatever. They might leave you, you might get divorced, they might pass away, whatever. But your relationship that you have with this football club who you support, I know Arsenal Football Club is never going to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So I know that I can love it as much as I do, and it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
that's why you get some really, really passionate,
Proper passion.
Like, fans.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why, it sounds really pathetic, but it's the way that I can describe it. That's why when they do really badly, like, it hurts, man.
You get foul mood.
Yeah. It hurts, man. So, yeah, bro, that's basically... but besides that, man, to be honest, yeah, it's the same as you. Thankfully, been able to pray on time, all of those things. I probably haven't read Quran as much as I should have, or as much as I would have liked to have. That's my own fault.
I'm the same. I was going to say, I read it here and there, but like not as much as I could have.
I always make the intention to do it,
Yeah.
but then my downfall is that I don't end up doing it. I never sit there and think, oh, I've got like half an hour now. Let me.
I'm the
you know what
same.
I'm saying?
I say I read it, and I do read it, but like maybe a few times in a week.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is, we should read it every day if we can.
Yeah.
But I think in most, I'll read it on like a Friday when it's Jummah.
Mm.
But then, yeah, like, I need to read it more. To be honest, we've got all this time. I did used to read more during the first lockdown.
Same.
But I think, like you said, when it got lifted,
Same.
we went back to doing normal things, and like we got maybe a bit complacent with certain things. You got complacent with working out at home.
Yeah.
So it's in the same way. Like, yeah, I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah. I need to get on it because I was seeing some nice changes, man.
Yeah.
I was seeing some nice changes in a relatively short space of time, which I was happy with. Do you know how it turned out as? Turned out as, right, I've been smashing this for like a good, 4 weeks, 6 weeks now. I'm going to take a break.
And that break just carried on.
Yeah. Basically, that's what happened. I'm really surprised how, when I just picked it up, like how heavy I found it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, crap.
Compared to, before.
What?
Damn, that's a shows like he lost a lot of strength.
I'm actually really surprised, man. I can't believe.
Right, we're gonna get you back on it, inshallah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, need to,
Yeah, man.
need to. But yeah, that's basically lockdown.
And then we've got another lockdown now.
Indeed.
So we'll see what happens during that time.
We managed to get into London once at least, didn't we?
Yeah, we got into
was a
London
good
just
day.
before. Yeah, because obviously as many
Just before and just after, wasn't it?
Yeah, because as many people like plans have got ruined. Do you know what I mean? Like because of lockdown, many people couldn't go on holiday. People can't really go and see their friends in other cities and stuff like that. So we did manage to go out into London and basically eat out and have a day out in London, which was quite nice. And then that was just after lockdown, and then just before this. So.
As soon as it's like, obviously you can get on a plane and go somewhere now, but it's questionable whether it's safe or not. When it's safe, where's the first place you're going?
Somewhere I've really wanted to go, like for a long time, is Turkey.
Yeah.
Istanbul, yeah. Like we were planning to go there, weren't we?
Man.
With our friends, like,
Man.
that's just somewhere I really, really want to go.
Same.
I've heard so many good things about it as well. Like
everyone I know who's been there has got it's so great.
One of my one of my old managers, she's French and her husband is Colombian, and they've literally traveled around the world. She's lived in multiple countries as well, and she said Istanbul is one of the best cities she's been to.
Really?
Yeah, and I really value her opinion because I know she's been traveling and stuff. And I know she's travelled around the world, so for her to say that, I know it's decent, and obviously I just want to go because you got the mosques, the people are supposed to be good, really nice, the food, random kittens,
random kittens.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you, bro.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, we were talking about Turkey, Istanbul for quite a while, weren't we?
Yeah.
So I would agree with you on that. So I'm stuck between that.
I really want to go to Japan as well.
I want to go to Japan, but I think Japan's not a place where it's lockdown's finished now, it's safe now, let's just go.
I think Japan,
you know what I'm saying?
for me, is one of those places you would need to go for 2 weeks. It's definitely if once you get married, a honeymoon trip or something along those lines, or a trip that you go with your best friend or something. It's somewhere you have to kind of go.
It's a substantial place. Which,
you can't just go say for a short trip. You have to go for a long time.
There's no point going somewhere like Japan for 1 week because there's so much to do, so much to see.
It's expensive to fly out there.
It's expensive to fly out. Yeah, it is.
You might as well make the most of it.
Although I saw, Jack's Flight Club. Do you know what Jack's Flight Club is?
No.
So it's this company that scour the internet for deals on flying places and stuff. And mate, some of the stuff is so cheap.
Is it?
I saw return flights from Heathrow to Tokyo for £500.
What?
Yeah.
It must be random times though.
It's right now though. You have to go now.
Oh, they have to go there and then.
Yeah.
Imagine having a job where you could just do that. Just stop what you're doing and just go.
Yeah, man. That's why you should work for yourself.
That's it, man. You need to
But
have a business. That is the goal, inshallah, one day, man. If you can have any business, what do you think you would have? If you could have any sort of business, service or whatever.
Any sort of business? That's such a good question, bro. I actually don't know.
Do you not?
I know. I do know actually. I love clothes in it. Me and you know ours is the same.
Ours is the same thing. I'd love to have my own clothing brand.
Yeah.
Like a fashion brand.
Oh, I tell you what else I love actually. Really, really love. I might have told you this before. It's I love I'm so intrigued by perfume and the mixing of ingredients to create perfume. I'm think to myself, how crazy is it that there's this 0.5% ingredient in this one perfume that's found on 23.5% up the Himalayan mountain and it's extracting the liquid from this tiny little plant and putting it in it blows my mind.
It's a unique one. With certain clothing brand, it's not easy to do, but it's you could see people doing it relatively easily once you know what you need to do. Once you have the connections, you can.
I think having starting the process is not difficult. The difficulty probably comes in actually getting people to buy it, number one, but also
But like sourcing out the suppliers and the quality and stuff like that, I think quite hard initially. You have to find.
I don't think it's difficult to find them. I think it's difficult because there's a lot of things that include you've got to order it, make sure it's good. You might have to go out to the place where it's being produced and chat to them.
Yeah.
That part is difficult, but I think to actually find it, I don't think is all that hard.
Because like you see people on social media doing it all the time, but then you also see people doing like perfume companies. I'm just like, how? Like, especially when they're younger. Like, I really rate people who do it because it takes a lot of time and effort and energy to do it right. But I'm sort of thinking like, how do you start doing something like that?
The theory is not. If I'm honest,
I think you probably will have to have some sort of connections, definitely.
I don't think you do. I have to disagree. No, I don't think you do.
I think
having connections makes it easier when it comes to.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right.
When it comes to actually selling it, knowing lots of people and knowing influential people will help when it comes to selling it. But to actually get the product, make your idea, design it, physically hold it in your hand, I don't think it's hard.
No, you know what you do. You have to have a passion for it. Like you have to really like put all your time, effort, and energy into it. Otherwise,
the hardest part about any product-based business is getting your name out there and persuading people to buy it.
Yeah, true.
Everything else behind it, bruv, I'm not gonna lie, it's a process. It's just a process.
You have to trust the process, don't you?
But the hardest bit is number one, getting in front of people. Number two, making a product good enough to persuade someone. Yes, I will pay you for that. That's the hardest bit, bro.
I would love to have my own clothing brand. I think where we are in our situation with our career and stuff, I think it would be very hard. I think you have to, because it's going to take up a lot of time and effort. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do, but then at the same time, I think like having the mindset of it's too hard will always hold you back.
It's going to hold you back, yeah. That's true.
Like you gotta, even to zero, you have to add one to move away from zero.
Yeah.
Like you got to put something to get something back. You know what I'm saying?
We should do it, man.
We should.
We should.
Yeah, we should.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, man. It's. I'm not saying it's easy. I've told you what I think are the hardest bits.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because both you and me have a passion for it. Like we both said it was what we'd do, so why don't we do it?
Could do it.
Do you know what I mean? Like if like you liked it and I didn't like it, then it would be hard.
Yeah,
but we both like fashion and clothing, right? So.
You wouldn't think it on this podcast because every single episode I'm sat here in either tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt or tracksuit bottoms and a hoodie.
Yeah, same man. We don't. Yeah, we just become lazy in it.
Yeah, proper man.
I
love the perfume thing as well, though, man. Like,
yeah, that's a good idea.
That I'm so. It's like the creativity of, because it's not visual. It's not like everything is visual. Everything's always visual. Like this for me is like, it's something you can't really like physically see.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
and that's the craziness behind it.
You never see the process of a perfume being made. Like you just see the end product.
But also the product itself. Like, okay, yes, you see the bottle, you see the liquid, you see the thing. But let's say you spray it in the air, and you're getting this amazing smell, and it's like you can't see it, but it's there. Like, and it's so great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But with like a jumper, you're like, oh, okay, cool, this is a nice jumper. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can spin it around, you can do whatever, yeah. With this, and you're like, okay, cool, this is great. But then like with perfume, it's like this thing. I suppose it's like with music. Why is music so loved? Like so loved.
Yeah, it's more about the experience.
What do people love? That's perfect.
It's like
perfect.
It's like the senses. Like
perfect. Yeah.
You can see and touch and feel something. But like smelling, it's different. Listening, is different.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly that. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I love about it. Is like, and because smells are so great, because it can like remind you of a time, or remind you of a place, or remind you of a person, or remind you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that, how can a smell trigger a memory? Like all of that, me, like, I think like that's amazing.
Yeah, like you say that because there's this one specific smell that reminds me of when I went to Dubai.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you must have heard that. Before we flew out, a guy told us that
Lady
perfume.
killer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I've
called
heard.
it like Lady Killer, and it was called like Spice Bomb. I forgot. To this day, I don't even know what the actual perfume is called because the guy who was like advertising it was like a Middle Eastern man, and he was proper like old school seller. He was just like, yeah, you see this spray? It's a Lady Killer, and it was shaped like a grenade.
Okay.
It was weird, like the bottle shaped like a grenade, and like we were jokingly saying, like, oh, if we take this onto the plane, we'll definitely get stopped and searched. Like, surely we can't take this on. But so he convinced us to buy it, and we bought a bottle, and we like shared it between us when we were in Dubai, and like that smell, like, you can't actually get this spray. It's an actual spray, like it's an actual like branded bottle, but I can't remember what it's called. And I can't remember what brand it is.
Oh, okay.
But like, I remember that smell. I think my cousin has it. Jade has it.
Oh, has he? Yeah.
And he bought it a few times since.
Oh, has he?
And like that smelled, it's reminded of Dubai. That takes us back to that place.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yeah, mad. So yeah, I feel like strongly about perfumes, and I'm just intrigued by the whole thing. But yeah.
Good, man.
We said we were going to keep it short, and it's been 47 minutes nearly. So I think we should knock it on the head.
Yeah, we haven't really spoken about specific
We've
topics.
just spoken about crap.
Yeah.
Oh, really sorry for anyone who's listening.
You know what? I think this is more for us. At least we've done this. We've got the ball rolling. Now that we've done this episode, we'll know that we'll do it next week.
We promise we'll bring something more meaningful next time.
Should we give them a taster of what we're planning on bringing next week?
I mean, I have no objection to giving anyone a taster, but I actually don't know what. Do you know?
Well, we discussed this a little bit, didn't we? We said
Oh,
talk
yes.
about like a friendship. Basically.
Yes, we did. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the importance of friendships, companions, and not just the importance of it, but the importance of good friends, good
friends,
companions,
good company. Yeah, because we actually recorded an episode already with some of our other like friends. We've done that a little while ago, didn't we? But we haven't put it out yet, so we will probably put it out yet. But I think before we put it out, because that one we recorded, it was a bit random. We just kind of got together and started talking.
It was very
about
impromptu, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think,
and it was like the first time all of us had been together at the same time.
Yeah,
for a long time.
In a long time.
Yeah.
I think it was the last time that we were all together.
Yes, it was. Yeah. That was so long ago.
So long.
I still had my beard, big one.
Oh yeah.
Didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I missed that beard, man.
Why
did I? Why?
Grow it back, man.
Why did I?
Grow it back.
I'm just such a fool.
I'm gonna grow mine back, I think.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
But yeah, we done it about good friends. But I feel like next one we do, you'll be you and me, and we'll just chat about it a little bit more, like to give it lay the groundwork a little bit more. I think, and then we'll put the other episode out.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
But yeah, until then, we just done this and spoke about random crap.
I was thinking about something earlier, which I think would make a good conversation.
Should we save it for another time?
I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if it's worth.
Look at that. Look how he's doing the thing.
Oh yeah, mad.
Sorry, there's just football on in the background.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for listening, everyone. Sorry, this one was a bit of a strange one, but yeah, we had to get the ball rolling. We didn't really talk about anything substantial or beneficial, to be honest. It was just me and Sully catching up.
Yeah, basically. Even though we've caught up loads of times already.
Even though I've spoken to you every day.
Yeah. Because we work at the same place, so we talk on each other. Like, we speak to each other on Zoom like every day. So
it's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
And then we come on the podcast. I'm like, oh, how you been, bro? I know exactly how you been.
You know what's funny? You know everything I've been up to. But another thing as well, like, I'm surprised we just don't we haven't run out of things to talk about. But it is what it is.
I'm going on here after speaking to you every day for probably the past 3 years, and I'm like, oh, what you been up to, bro?
Yeah, how you been, bro? It's been a while. Oh, you look different. Your arms look bigger.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny.
Right,
but anyway,
call it a wrap.
Yeah, let's call it a wrap. Right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Take it easy, and catch you next time.
Inshallah, catch you guys next time.